Hello everyone, this is Group 42 presenting on sociological analysis of the retro mainstream song Changes by Tupac Shakur that was released in 1998. Here's some warning, some of the lyrics may be considered offensive in nature. But first we'll do a recap of some terms and concepts from chapter 7. Deviance occurs when someone departs from a norm and evokes a negative reaction from others. Next is crime, is deviance that is against the law. And the law in its turn is a norm stipulated and enforced by government bodies.
So for our first portion of lyrics, we have that I'm tired of being poor, but even worse in black. My stomach hurts so much that I'm looking for a purse to snatch. We've identified two main concepts that we have related to this portion of lyrics. The first of which is what it means to be stigmatized. Tupac spoke as though he was a part of a stigmatized culture. What it means to be stigmatized is to be negatively evaluated based on markers that distinguish you from others. This may be race, ethnicity, or even socioeconomic status. Data that we found, data collected between 1997 and 1999 under the Hate Crime Statistics Acts of 1990 showed that 61% of all hate crime incidents were motivated by race, while 11% by ethnicity. These crimes were normally violent in offenses. Here is a table showing that 61.2% of all hate crimes were against the black community. Street crimes. These include arsons, break-and-enters, assaults, and other forms of illegal acts that are disproportionately committed by people from lower socioeconomic statuses. For our purpose, we are going to consider drug-related homicides as a street crime. Statistics from the U.S. Department of Justice showed that 2/3 of drug-related homicides from 1980 to 1999 were committed by black offenders. They constituted for 65.6%. Here's a graph showing that per 100,000 you see that there is a fluctuation in the African community as opposed to the white community. So as a result, this next graph is the victimization rate of 1980 to 2008 per 100,000 casualties that have fallen a victim to drug-related homicide.
For this portion of highlighted lyrics, Mr. Shakur expresses, "It ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare." Here we have drawn a connection with two concepts, one of which being consensus crimes, which is illegal acts that nearly all people agree are bad in themselves and harm society greatly. The state inflicts severe punishment for offenders of consensus crimes. This also leads to formal punishment, which takes place when the judicial system penalizes someone for breaking a law, which usually results in incarceration.
According to the Frontiers in Psychiatry, there has been an unprecedented increase in incarceration among African American males since 1970. Statistics show that the African American inmate population in federal prisons has increased more than 500% between 1996 and 2004. Here is a graph of said increase. We have also included this graph that shows black crime rates on a global level. We have also included this graph to show Los Angeles crime trends declining for the African Americans since the implementation of the Three Strikes Law. Mr. Shakur was very frustrated and conflicted with his people's social environment, trials and tribulations. He had lost nearly all hope in his culture's potential to do anything great. This was made evident in the line, "And though it sounds heaven sent, we ain't ready to see a black president." Obviously, there is a great irony in the fact that 11 years after his death, we did inaugurate a black president.